What do you do while waiting in line to play Pac-Man in the arcades? In addition to watching Classic Game Room on your phone, you play Pac-Man on your Game Boy. Released in 1990, this is a terrific old-school portable version of Pac-Man that plays well on the old black and white or old green and darker green screen, as well as the brighter Game Boy Advance SP and the Retron 5, which I'll show you in a moment. I love Pac-Man, this is Pac-Man month, and I'm impressed with the Game Boy release. The controls take a bit of time to get used to, especially after you've been playing like 15 different versions of Pac-Man over the past week like this guy. This one isn't quite as responsive as the NES one, but it's close. As close as you're going to get on the Game Boy. My favorite way to play this is actually on the GBA SP, which I'll show you right now. The miracle of editing. The miracle of the Game Boy Advance SP. Notice how it's subtle, but it gives the game a bit more color so you can just ever so slightly more easily identify the ghosts when they're vulnerable. It's the Game Boy version. There are limitations. You can't tell the different colors of the ghosts, and that's troublesome when trying to plan your moves. If you're used to the game and looking at what color ghost is chasing you, because they all behave slightly differently. Here's Pac-Man on the Retron 5. This will also play on Super Game Boy and the Game Boy adapter for GameCube, by the way. Straight up black and white, but it's crisp, it's clear, it's Pac-Man. I love what they did with the sound here. This sounds amazing on the Game Boy, and it has the cutscenes and the music, too. Is this the best version of Pac-Man out there? No, but it was definitely the best version on the Game Boy in 1990. It was also the only version on the Game Boy in 1990. But I think they did a great job given the limitations of the Game Boy's black and white screen. It was never going to be perfect, but this is way, way better than I expected. And it's so dirt cheap these days. So if you're like me, and you're just going old school, whipping out the Game Boy at the bar, the original one, which impresses everyone, by the way. Everyone loves the Game Boy. It's not even like a weird hipster thing to do, it's just cool. Anyway, Game Boy, Pac-Man, good. That's all you need to know. And as we continue to celebrate Pac-Man month, I'll plug my book, Pac-Man Collector's Guide, a definitive review on Amazon.com. Where I have some beautiful photos of this version of the game. Play it on Game Boy, play it on GBA SP, play it on Super Game Boy, or wherever Game Boy games can be played. I'll be looking at some other Pac-Mans soon, like the Dreamcast release in Namco Museum, MSX, Pac-Man, and Pac-Man Jr. on Atari 7800. Get ready for it. See you next time on Classic Game Room. Classic Game Room has been brought to you by the ultra-massive video game console guide, 230 pages of video games on Amazon.com, Retro Megatrex, and how to make a video game review show that doesn't suck. And Jesus number 2. Welcome to the Patreon Lord Carnage Club being shouted from a turbo volcano. Michael and Ariana Nelson, Ian Shore, Stephen Chucknick, Al Stever, Rick DeBarros, Jason Goy, Andy Schleiss, Sergio Matthias Hergert, Philip Strabenmuller, Jack Stavris, Ohad Kane, Simon Allen, and Sean Zoltek.